Okay, let's move on towards MRC versus FPX.ZQ here. This will be considered as the quarterfinals for the elimination rounds. We, first and foremost, once again, first two picks here will move on to perma bans here, just to let everyone know. But as we do see here, DongX decided to ban first Officer and Gardener here, two not bad bans, but it's going to be coming out with an Explorer and a Wildling counter. Okay, Explorer and Wildling is fine, because if Explorer is picked, Explorer is only good on like Arms and on Leo. To be honest with you, it's mainly Arms and Leos, these two maps that Explorer's going on, and then Wildling is kind of just a throwaway pick, because like Wildling's there for guarantee tie, not for harass. We're gonna come out with an Acrobat pick here instead. Acro against an opera singer, it's a good question. So does this equate? Not too sure myself. But then like from DongX's side, it seems like Anti and Cordy will be banned. Cordy, I do understand Cordy being banned, but I guess I'll also at the same time, like, you know, DongX does know how to go in against an anti-Courium. They also do have an Espach anti-Courium here, Nanako. But I guess after Opera Singer's nerf, it's kind of hard for, it is still a little bit hard for Opera Singer to play mind games around, especially when we're just a little bit slowed down here. But of course, Aeroplane is here for the last pick, as kind of expected. So there's two rescuers here. Right, if we see here, it's one tie turner here, another tie turner here. Most likely Explorer will have to run Windows alongside with Acrobat with running Windows. But then like, since there is also, you know, the fact that okay, we're by technicality running against an opera singer, maybe it would be better for Aeroplanes to also bring Windows as well, which I think wouldn't be too bad, especially with the fact that like if this guy is actually first chase, he can probably contain for a relatively long time. Because like one jetpack to like a window or a pallet is gonna be great. It is honestly gonna be great for Aeroplanes. But we're gonna moving on towards the Hunter pick here. DongX, I think it'll be Opera Singer. It'll be Opera Singer regardless, but it's gonna be the spawn locations here that's gonna matter most. We're gonna have Wildling spawning middle, Acrobat by Shaq, Explorer by Emperor Runes, and then we're gonna have the Aeroplanist in the corner there. Okay, we're gonna be seeing Opera Singer spawning at the pallet near Shack, but also a little bit in towards depth of Big Rock by the corner, but that's also fine. That is also fine. Overall for DongX right here, if you can get Acrobat down fast enough, that's all what we really need in this situation. But of course, on with the Persona, it's going to be playoff stage 3 match 1 game 1 first half. We're going to be having FPX versus MRC here with double tie turner and a window speed boost, of course, on the Aeroplanist. It seems like Explorer is going to run flywheel, and it's going to be thrown back to tension with Blink here on Opera Singer. Now moving on towards the game we go, we're going to be going straight towards Acrobat here, it does seem. For DongX as well, I guess it is more or less just how fast we can get an Acrobat down in this situation. But then like, Acrobat contains relatively, I mean, to be fair with you as well, like Acrobat is really good in this area, especially with Windows as well. You can kind of just use your ball to rotate towards an even better area, but it seems like for Nanako here, he's going to be taking the first hit here instead. We're going to be following it up with a pallet speed boost here immediately. DongX does have double pallet braking here though, so knowing on that side as well, since Opera Singer has been a bit slowed down, double pallet braking especially in this map wouldn't be too bad. Now we do have a mud ball just to force Opera Singer out of this area, but then once again DongX still trying to see where, ooh, okay, that is very fast. That's a 50-second containment right there. Yeah, that's a very fast down. That is an exceptionally fast down. Formal elimination rate went up to 32% right now. Who is currently in the middle, which is the biggest question? It is Wildling currently in middle, which is fairly nice. It is fairly nice that Wildling's currently in middle. But like for the survivor side here, we should be able to do one normal rescue at least for 2.5 cipher machines is what I will say. Especially in a situation like this as well, where you don't have that much to use, and Explorer wasn't really digging pages early game, but instead decoding. We do. Yeah, I guess it is what it. I guess it is really what it is in this situation. Now then, it's gonna be after half, and Wildling does have a 50-second board here. But if Wildling gets double hitted right here, it's gonna be really bad for the survivors. The blend situation, especially against an Opera Singer here, is you know, just not great. It's really not great for you at all. But what else do we see? We do see that Xiaoxia is going to come in. That's going to be the first board. We're going to be able to register a hit there right on towards the Wailing, but it seems like we don't want to double hit on towards the Wailing here. Getting Acrobat down seems like it'll be priority right here. Yes, we did manage to get a pallet stun, but that pallet stun didn't bring much. That pallet stun just means that you're currently down one pallet in factory right now, because Opera Singer there could have just gotten rid of the pallet immediately, but it seems like for Acro, white ball here would be needed, but that's not the best place to be using white ball, my friend. Not the best place to be using white ball. It doesn't really affect Opera Singer there at all, so probably white balling. I guess he wanted to time it properly, but he wanted to time properly here. He should have jumped towards the machinery there. Anyways, 2.5 Cypher Machine done right now. We do see that Survivors did manage to heal up here successfully. Now, after this heal up, I guess what is going to be important is second Kaish. Huazi, let's see, who is it? It's the, okay, so we've one TIE Turner gone. We want to look for Wildling, but Wildling, ooh, that's going to be blinking here immediately. I was bored. No, he can still get on board. The thing is, he can still get on board. Okay, DongX, how fast can we catch on to board is a really good question here. We decide to leave instead. Okay, we decide to leave instead, and it does seem like the Survivor realized this as well. We're gonna leave. We're probably trying to bait out Wildling here in getting off board as well, so that's fine. As long as, okay, Wildling did get off board, but Wildling does have blue sticker on the ground here, and Wildling is going to be spotted out here immediately by DongX. So the unfortunate side here is Wildling can't contain any longer, and they are still missing Cypher Machines. Well, they're only missing one Cypher Machine. They're only missing one and a half. Let's just say 1.5, because Explorer can definitely pop open a Cypher Machine here immediately with that 100%, you know, page progress here, which is fairly nice. But then, like, Explorer decodes like a normal Survivor, but it's only the pages that gives him, you know, the things that he need. That hover pushback was more surprising to me than anything. That was not in range, but it still manages to push back, which is quite surprising. We are going to be able to get a double hit situation here, which is fine. Wildling's going to be able to get on board, but even if Wildling gets on board here, I'm quite sure this is a 30-second board, so like with 20-second TIE Turner here as well, it doesn't really matter for DongX. I do think it doesn't really matter for DongX, yeah, but I guess it's just the windows here that hurt the most. It is really just the windows here that hurt the most right now. We're going to be changing targets here immediately for the aeroplanist. Okay, so changing targets for the aeroplanist here, we need the, I mean, Explorer definitely has to pop the Cypher Machine, that's for sure, but even if Explorer pops the Cypher Machine, we know where Explorer is going to be coming from, so this will still end up as a double down situation no matter what happens. Now, Wildling is definitely still nearby. We should be able to get Tinnitus here. Now, we do the teleportation out immediately, but we don't see anyone nearby. That's also fine. DongX here, knowing that he has just a little bit more time remaining as well with the shadows, he's going to be able to teleport back here immediately with Shadow Dance. But even, you know what, even on that side, if, oh, wait a second. No, Explorer can't finish the Cypher Machine on time. He can't. I do understand that he can probably get a Cypher Machine at around like 50% and then pop the page immediately. But then, like, even in this situation, I guess just the target change. Flywheel wasn't bad, I guess. It wasn't bad. We're going to be TPing back here immediately. Probably would be able to see where Wildling is as well. Wildling try. Okay, no, Opera's too fast. Okay, Opera's way too fast here, but Explorer though, Explorer, if he can make it towards the Cypher Machine, he could potentially pop it. Okay, we're gonna have to see how this goes. Cypher Machine at 60%. Cypher Machine is prime. We're gonna be able to get the hit down right there. Cypher Machine popped open here immediately, but Wildling's currently the one that has used self, no, not Wildling, sorry. So we can get okay, fair enough. We get aeroplanist, and nothing that aeroplanist can do there. 32 seconds remaining on the clock for not detention for teleport. But even with this teleport scenario right now, we have 10 seconds remaining until board is ready. We are currently getting on towards trying to look for, okay, I guess you're trying to look for that, which is fine, but even if we're trying to look for that right now, we probably should be TPing back here immediately by Xiaodi, also leaving the vicinity right now. That's a very nice crouch from the Survivor side. Now, with no Tinnitus right here, and the Explorer slowly but surely moving away as well, managing to get the Cypher Machine open there was brilliant. But even on that side, I wonder how long Explorer can hide there. Realistically, right, if Explorer can hide for 60 seconds, that's really all what we need. But with the Shadow Dance, no, Shadow Dance doesn't look towards the nearby survivors when Explorer is small. Okay, that's a small issue then. That is a really, well, that's a big issue, to be honest with you. We do see that Explorer has left. Explorer's blood trails also disappear a bit faster here for DongX right now. He's kind of confused on where the survivor is. Losing the survivor right now is Xiaodi being able to get towards the dungeon right here. Let's congratulate the tie here from the survivors. Very nice tie. Very, very, very clutch tie. Moving on. Okay, we're going to be having Xiaoteng coming out here immediately. So we're going to be seeing the Explorer and the Gardener bands here. Fair enough. No Gardener wanting to be picked out right here. So for the Survivors, they can really run Perfumer and Magician if they want. But it seems like it's going to come out with Magi and Cordy here. So Magi and Cordy. Magi is overall fine, especially if she spawns near Shack. He can rotate in me. So like, if this is our map, and the Magician spawns here, you can immediately rotate in here towards the runes, the factory gate runes with the pallet stop. You know, it's forced Sandria to leave, but we're gonna be following up with an anti-Korean ban here immediately. I guess we can come out with a mercenary. I guess we can come out with Merc if it's needed. But even with the mercenary here, last ban is not aeroplaners. You cannot ban aeroplanes here. Banning Seer will be the best choice simply because of the fact that you already have 2 rescuers here. So then, like, from the Survivor side right now, they could potentially go Explorer, but Explorer should have been picked here. Explorer should have been picked there, but now we're going Psycho. Okay, I don't know what this Pam pick is about. But also, Upsy is a new coach, so I guess he's gonna learn a lot from now on, but this is not supposed to be here. This is not supposed to be here, because like no matter what happens, right, you want, okay, I do understand you want to get rid of Cordy, but then like Cordy is still useful like in later rounds as well if you want double rescuer. Like there's no point in picking a mercenary here if you still have an aeroplanist. There's no point in picking Cordy here if you have an aeroplanist. Okay, if you pick mercenary alongside with arrow, fair enough. You don't pick Cordy though. You still don't pick Cordy though. As much as I do understand Cordy does counter Opera Singer, I don't think Cordy here is a good pick. Like Magician, fair enough. Mercenary, fair enough. Cordy here, no. You probably want to save Cordy for later rounds as well, because she's very flexible in so many ways. She is still very flexible in so many ways, and it's a small map so as well, so I won't be surprised if anyone get a hit really, or if anyone downs really fast right here. Maybe you say, okay, we got Cordy out here. It's because, you know, Psycho can't go down immediately, 3 hits, and then it's also the same with Magician, 3 wands. But then, like, if Cordy is first chase here against an Opera Singer, you are kind of screwed, I do believe. But of course, Opera Singer coming in here immediately. I mean, overall, it's good for Xiaoteng right now. He knows that there's 2 slow decoders on the team right now. He does know that there's 2 slow decoders on the team right now, but it's also because that there's 2 slow decoders on the team right now, which is why I don't look forward to this team comp. Against Opera Singer, it should be prioritized to Cypher Rush as much as possible. If it's against Chip Hunters, Cordy, fair enough. If it's against like single hit Hunters like Bloody Queen, Cordy, fair enough. But not against Opera Singer, who can catch up to you ASAP. Not against Opera Singer here. Anyways, moving on towards the area selection mode we go. We're going to be seeing Mercenary in middle, Cordy spawning in Factory, which is fair, and the Magician by Shack is fine. And then, yeah, you know what, Psycho should be where Psycho should be. But yeah, we're just going to have to see how this goes then, shall we? Now then, moving on towards the Persona points we go. We are going to be seeing top down here with Blink a lot from Opera Singer. It's going to be triple window speed boost here alongside with Tightoner from the Survivor side. Tightoner on the Mercenary, of course. Okay, Xiaoteng, we're gonna be going straight towards Coordinator here immediately, but it seems like it is gonna be a blink tray here being picked out, but then like even with Cordy side here, a 6-second stun isn't going to matter much here. It really isn't going to matter much here. 6-second stun for an Opera Singer, you can catch up in like 3 seconds honestly. But Zubi's gonna have to be very careful here. Well, Zubi can kind of just gun in the open area right here. Yeah, we can gun in an open area right here, but then like his positioning is not the best. We do see that there's also 1 stack of rage as well, so that's a 10% bonus on the recovery speed. But even with that in mind here, Cordy gaining the window, getting the pallet, which is fine as well, but I don't think that pallet was necessary to be thrown down, especially when you kind of rotate towards the window there immediately and then maybe put the pallet down. But you know what, it's better to play it safe than sorry. Now then, we did get rid of the double windows in here, but there's still pallets nearby here near the gate to use, so Cordy taking the pallet speed booster immediately. Cordy's kiting really well. Cordy is definitely kiting really well. It's currently 60 seconds in towards the game right now, but Xiaoteng here, a little bit unfortunate. 2 seconds until Shadow Dash is ready. We're gonna be able to get the blink here open here immediately. We don't have teleportation back, but we still do have a window speed boost here from the not Opera Singer, but from the Coordinator. But it doesn't seem like Cordy is able to rotate towards that area at all. Now then, Cordy should be going down here, but it is a good 3 Cypher machine containment, I won't lie. It is a good 3 Cypher machine containment. And then Xiaoteng kind of getting lost here on his controls as well. We do see that Suxiao is already on the move. You should should be doing that immediately and not waiting until someone gets on chair. With the Tinnitus popping out here, it's going to be really hard for Xiaozhen to predict where you're going to be coming from anyways, and especially when it goes straight towards into factory here. Either you force the rescue or something odd happens, but of course with Mercenary side you can either elbow pad away or immediately dash in, but it seems like we're going to come in with an early rescue. Overall, the early rescue, I guess a tad bit early, but that's also fine because we didn't use so much elbow pads. It is Opera Singer at the end of the day, so she can beta quite a lot of stuff, and the Opera Singer here did manage to play, you know, did predict pretty well. I won't lie, definitely did predict pretty well here. But with 1.5 Cypher Machine remaining, we do see that Cordy is still out. Well, no, actually Cordy is the one being chased, so Mercenary will have to be healed here once again. But of course, with Mercenary side right here, he's gonna have to escort Coordinator in towards Factory immediately and block the entrance to Factory. I think that's the biggest issue right now. We do see where Mercenary is, which is a small issue. Now, being able to vault over that window, great, but we can't rescue so early. I don't think we can rescue so early, especially from Mercenary side here. He's probably gonna use another elbow pad here sooner or later. I'm gonna have to see. Elbow pad is going to be coming out here immediately, and we're gonna have to stall chair. We are gonna have to stall chair. If we hit, it's fine. We need to escort Cordy, and Mercy needs to stand between the gate. No, wait. Are we going for the tie? I feel like a 4-man endgame is possible, especially with the 2 windows here to use. I do feel like 4-man endgame is possible, but I guess if that's what they choose, fair enough. I can't complain about it. But now then, from the survivor side, we do see here as well middle Cypher Machine, and then one Cypher Machine near Factory Gate, and another one near Emperor Room. So overall for now, we are going to be able to open another Cypher Machine here. And of course, Psychologist here crouching really well as well, not being able to, he's not going to be able to get found. Of course, Sans trying to become Sans is just a bait here, but we are still going to be able to teleport back here immediately, and Psychologist here once again. Very nice crouches, to be honest with you. Very nice crouches, but it seems like we're going to be able to see where Psycho is here immediately. Cypher Machine currently at 50%, which is fine in Factory as well. We did manage to get a pallet down here. Even with the fast pallet opening here, from Magician's side, right, I can see why we're getting a chest open, but it's a Psychologist, so she can't really get any items, which is a small issue here as well. Sans did manage to get a pocket watch, which is fairly nice, but it could be only used on Mercenary, which is, I think, a little bit of an issue. But I guess on the Mercy side, once he pops the Cypher Machine, he could probably elbow pad into rescue and then use a pocket watch. Perhaps, mayhaps, maybe, we're not too sure. But of course, with a terror shock hit here immediately, we do know that there is no teleport here. So with the survivor side, going for a tie, I guess fair enough. Going for a tie, I guess fair enough. Fair is fair in this situation. Now Sans, on the other hand, needing to come into rescue right now, but I guess he didn't really bring over the item. I don't know whether he can switch items or not as Magician, but we're gonna have to see here. We're still holding. We got normal hit right here, that's fine, but where is Dungeon? Dungeon is currently in middle. We want Sans. We're gonna chase after Sans here immediately. Gonna be able to get the hit right there, but Sans in this situation, right, probably should be aiming to go towards the middle here immediately, right after taking the Windows speed boost, but I guess he doesn't have any. And then we're all currently near this area. Sans still trying to play mind games here. We did manage to get that out immediately, but the blink didn't register, but it's okay. It's okay for now. It's okay for now. Then the Mercenary still being in middle here is great. Mercenary being in middle here is great. He's gonna have to use that pocket. Yeah, he's gonna have to use that pocket watch first to contain. That's going to be the most important part right now. Sandra isn't fast enough to reach towards the other gate on time, because she just isn't. After her nerf, she just isn't fast enough here, which is a little bit unfortunate. But of course, on Mercenary side here as well, we're going to be able to pop the pocket watch here immediately. With that first pocket watch, it should allow him to actually get towards the gate. So even if he gets a hit here, he should be able to get out. So let's congratulate the tie game here coming from game 1 as well. Moving on towards game 2.